Welcome back to Spotlight. This is part 4. Now, this is partly for you producers and part for you budding directors out there. The question I'm going to put to you is, how do I get my first TV directing gig, and how do producers cast? This is actually quite a big secret. We're going to reveal now. The process of finding a director for a producer is actually more or less the same as the one you already went through when you were looking for a writer. You should conduct extensive research by watching shorts, series episodes, and feature films. Most working directors will have an agent to represent them, so look on the main agents' websites and, of course, IMDb for credits. When you have drawn up a shortlist, start checking availability and talking with other producers who've worked with the names on your list. When you've narrowed it down to 2 or 3 names, contact their agents and ask if they would like to read your script. If they say yes and like it, well, then you arrange a meeting. Now, at this point, beware, because some agents will ask you if you are meeting anyone else or if the client is the only person you are considering. Well, let me tell you, you need to be honest about this, because they will find out. Oh yeah, they will find out if you're being dishonest. So at this point, you're probably best just to be honest. The only exception to this is when you're approaching really big name directors. It's quite fair to say that you're meeting more than one person, but you may decide to involve the screenwriter in this meeting and invite them along to this meeting too. This could be a good idea because the relationship between the director and the writer is really important. But in some cases, it may be preferable to do the first meeting with the potential director alone and then introduce the writer later. Now, at the first meeting, you want to find out what the director thinks of the script, how many substantial changes they want to make to it, and get an idea of how they would like to cast it. If you have been developing a project as a low-budget feature and the director starts talking about things like helicopter shots and action sequences and star casting, then they may not be the one you want. You should also be alert as to how much the director wants to change the script. Of course, they will have their ideas and suggestions, and these are always welcomed. I'd be cautious if they start talking about major character and plot changes and appear to want to make a different film. When you find the director you want to work with, you need to reach an agreement with them. At this stage, you cannot normally sign a contract since you don't have any funding or confirmation dates for production. A more flexible arrangement with the director usually comes in the form of a letter of intent in which the director confirms their interest in the project, subject to their availability at the time. A deal being negotiated with other considerations, etc., etc. The letter of intent is not legally binding, but its purpose is to show commissioners and investors that the director is committed to the project and genuinely wants to make it with you. The letter is normally drawn up and issued by the director's agent and signed by him or her. So let's talk actors and casting. Once you have your director on board, the next thing you want to do is attach a few names to the project. Many investors, sales agents and distributors will want to know who is playing the key roles before they'll commit to funding your project. It's usually quite difficult actually to attach actors without a director. You can approach actors directly through their agents, but in many cases the best way to talk to them is by engaging a casting director now. Casting directors are a vast resource of knowledge and experience and can really help you get your script read by those who you want to meet. For new or inexperienced producers, they are essential. Normally, a casting director receives a fee for costing the whole project. If you involve one at this early stage, they may accept an advance set against the final fee that they will receive when the project is greenlit and the full budget is available. Alternatively, they may agree to be paid a daily rate for a certain number of days to help you with casting the lead roles. The producer, director and casting director will probably want to meet to discuss your wish list for 2 or 3 of the main roles. The casting director then approaches the agents for these actors and asks if they will read and meet the director. In some cases, the agent may want to know if a meeting is, an offer. The process of offers is fully explained in a different video, but it essentially means that the actors won't come for an audition or meeting unless it is understood that the part being offered to them is theirs. If the meeting goes well and the actor decides they want to play the part, you need then to attach. In some cases, this can involve a similar letter of intent to the one you've already obtained for your director. In other cases, the agent or manager may wish to make a more formal agreement with you and will ask for a contract. This is difficult if you don't yet have all the funding. Sometimes the agent will ask for a pay or play commitment, is what it's called, from the producer. This commits you to paying their client the agreed fee, even if the film does not go ahead or the actor is not on it. There are some exceptions, such as force majeure or the artist breaking the agreement, but the decision to agree to a pay or play has significant financial consequences and must be very carefully considered. In most cases, the agent, they won't insist on the pay or play until the film is greenlit. And then they'll insist it's paid on the start of principal photography. This ensures that the clients get the part and can't be replaced. But it means the producer isn't liable to pay them until the full film is financed and ready to go. Although pay or play may not appear onerous to the producer, it protects the actor against turning down other work and then not being employed on the film. So, you now have all the elements of your creative package. You have a contract to show that you control the underlying rights in the original material. You have a contract with your screenwriter and a first or even second draft of your script. You have a director on board, which is fantastic. You even have some principal cast attached to it. But here's the big question. How do you raise finance for your movie? Find out in our next video. Thank you for joining.